Hey guys, welcome back to another mini review in my generic essay series. And today I will of course be reviewing Ballerina. So for me, there was a lot to like about this film. First, the cinematography, direction, especially in the action scenes, and the choreography did not disappoint. This film visually is very interesting and appealing to look at. It keeps up the standard from the last John Wick film, though not quite as impressive. It's nice to see Len Wiseman come back to direct another female-led action film. In terms of style, in addition to focusing on character beats, this film was also well directed, focusing on the right things when needed. I am impressed. In terms of the more emotional aspects of the film, the acting is very convincing, but also theatrical and fun when needed. It's great to see returning faces from the franchise, including its leading man, though this is not to undermine Ana de Armas' performance, which fully carries this film as the lead. She fully pulls off all of the action, assuming that it is her herself doing it, not just a stunt double, as well as the emotional beats and the pain of the character. It's really cool to be introduced to this specific part of the John Wick universe through a younger and more inexperienced character, and a character where we, the audience, know the context of their motivations. For Eve, that being the death of her father. For me, this allowed me to be more invested in a multitude of characters throughout this story, as opposed to something like John Wick Chapter 4, which, though a great movie and what I believe to be a better movie, is also a movie that introduces major characters in its story to the audience along the way, briefly, to the point where we can't even emotionally connect with them, just because the plot needs these characters to be shown to us, not because we actually care about them. I love the way in which this film expands upon the world building of the franchise, while also creating an individual new story with slightly altered but complementary themes to the other 4 films in the franchise. Build upon both John Wick's character and the narrative of the franchise, as well as showing multiple other pockets of the universe, and telling a new story with this newer, more relatable and less invincible lead. Unlike in the other 4 films, where John Wick seems to exemplify an archetype and something to aspire to in terms of determination and fighting for what you love, the lead of this film is instead more human and flawed, allowing for a different, more universal message to be conveyed. This is in addition to a more dynamically interesting action lead, and that is what I really believe to be what sets this film apart and makes it unique in the John Wick universe catalog. It expands the universe not just through world building, but thematically and through a unique, more average person appealing human perspective on the world of assassins, vengeance, pain, consequences, choices, morality, and destiny. This is in addition to the stunning and visually appealing action that feels like it is done for real, that takes you on this gritty, though fantastical journey through the world of assassins. Overall, this film is just more dope, innovative, and interesting action with a more personal and intimate stake between the main character and the audience. Though this film isn't a masterpiece of cinema and doesn't have the most polished script and the pacing isn't wonderful, it is an entertaining action film that leaves a strong impression. I give this film overall a 8.7 out of 10.